Distinguished great people all over the world. We're going to talk today about water. What is water? Significance of water in our lives, types of water, and so many things about water. It is said that water is life. I don't want to be too personal about it. I know there was an association, national association in a country in Africa, Nigeria. I was the national legal advisor for the Lagos Southwest Zone, Lagos. And their motto then was say, water, life, life, water. Water, life, life, water. We'll be able to understand the statistics that in science, medicine, that human body constitutes about 60% of water. As a matter of fact, 60% of water. So water is very, very important. At the creation, God created water. Before man was made, there was water for the creation of man. Water is as ancient as the earth itself. And we know, let's try and, what is water? It's a clear, colorless, odorless substance. It's tasteless and it's essential for the growth of plants and animal life. We use it, we can get it from many sources like rainwater, from the springs, from the mountains, from the oceans, from lakes. So, but why am I picking this? Why is the Holy Spirit telling me to pick this topic? It's because we have abused the privileges God gave us in the water. I'm mentioning water. Water is very, very scarce in the world. Water that will benefit mankind is deliberately scarce because of man's inhumanity to man. And we'll explain that later. There are different types of water. We have the fresh water, we have the salt water, we have the alkaline water, we have mineral water, we have sparkling water, we have glacier water, we have distilled water, we have spring water. And the sources of water, there are so many. Let's just mention the rivers, the lakes, the wetlands, the groundwater, the oceans, the atmosphere, steam. We have the water on ice caps and glaciers. And now we make, the artificial water are made, but anyway, they will come out of vapor at the atmosphere. The main oceans, the sources of water are the oceans. Let's mention the oceans. We know the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Arctic Ocean, and the Southern Oceans. There's a lot of the earth is constituted surface. The largest water surface on earth, on planet Earth. You may wonder what is the Pacific Ocean. Pacific Ocean is about 155.6 million square kilometers. Atlantic Ocean about 85.1 million kilometers. Can you imagine? They followed by the Indian Ocean, the Southern Ocean, and Arctic Ocean. The uses of water are varied. So many. The main uses of water actually is water for drinking, commercial use of water, industrial use of water, agricultural use of water, and for the generation of electricity. But let us expand it more to the other uses, ordinary uses, drinking and hydration. With cooking, feeding our animals and plants, dishwashing, washing our cars, and hydro generation of electricity. For agric and irrigation, energy production and cooling, industrial use and manufacturing. There's hardly anything in the manufacture that will not go through the process of water for cleaning, for clearing, for purifying, or part of what the substance at the end of the day, all our drinks or all our food, energy production and cooling, hydrothermal stations. Even where we have nuclear, there's always a water body to cool down the reactors. Recreation and leisure, swimming, Olympic Games, swimming, recreation, different types. Cleaning and sanitation, we mentioned that. Now we'll talk about how do we purify water, how do we store it, how preserve it to make it and distribute drinking water. By filtration, this is the easy one. In those days, you put your cloth white, very clean white cloth, you pour water, remove the sediment, you can put alum in it. And our old grandmothers, they had the good pot. This we call it amu in the part of the country I come from, Yoruba, all over the world. And you put some type of, they put a very deep pot, cool, they put a pan on it, and they put a bark of a leaf, the particular plant, and it's always the coolest. And so that means they recognize the need for storing water and putting some plants on herb that will make the dead sediments to go down. Also, boiled water. These are easy when chlorination, that's how to clean water. And then in storage tanks, distillation plants, pipelines, from the source of water to the end, because now the world is varied. You cannot go, so everybody cannot go source water from streams like in those days. Water treatment plants. One of the beautiful things about developed countries that you see, no matter how small the city or the town, there will be water treatment plant. They say city of this, city of that. And then conservation methods. You deliberately make sure some areas are just left as heritage conservation center. You don't farm there. You don't do commercial activity there, but you plant trees to keep the environment on. There are so many UN and World Health Organization Convention on Rules of Water. We are aware of the United Nations Law of the Seas that gives people rights over some nautical miles into the land. That's expanding territory of nations. And Nigeria happens to have gained some recently. International Water Courses Convention, United World Health Organization Guidelines for Drinking Water Quality. We also have the UN Sustainable Development Goals 6, Clean Water and Sanitation. We know the importance of water to life. Essential for human survival. It's very essential. Even in the desert, we see what has been made of Dubai, United Arab Republic. Desert have been turned into water. What used to be oases everywhere in the water by technology. It's essential for human survival and even for animals and our plants. So stopped plant growth and agriculture right from time immemorial. Maintains the ecosystem balance. It regulates the climate and weather patterns. Let me talk about climate. People continue to dump terrible things into the ocean, that and go garbage, sewage. It affects our marine life. So that's why it's important that water is kept clean, pure, like God made it. It supports economic development and industry. Marine life, aquatic life, trade between nations on oceans, all this must be one. So that because it affects our health. Why am I saying that? The health of the world. We are made to understand in the Ecclesiastes 1:7 that all rivers flow into the ocean. All rivers flow into the ocean. And yet the oceans are not full. From where they come, they return back. So the source of water, I can see that. From a spring, water, from springs, from river, it goes to the ocean. It's God that can understand that balancing. But when you hear flooding here, flooding there because of abuse, we reclaim land, we don't plan the outcome. How many times do you hear now you see flooding, overflowing, all these many cities being sunk? Natural disaster, we call them. But again, it's the handiwork of part of our abuse of the world of what God has given us. Water is a symbol of purity and wisdom. We say let the living water flows. Allows human body to function and also embody its true essence and to healing. Water is life. Water is life. My prayer is that God's power will water our life. Every thirsty part of our life, the water of life will water it in the name of Jesus. And streams will flow into our dry lands in the name of Jesus. Isaiah 44:39. Water is very, very important. Water is life and clean water means health. That's the quotation from Audrey Hepburn. Water is the driving force of all nature. Leonardo da Vinci. It is the driving force of all nature. Leonardo da Vinci. The earth, the air, the land, and the water are not an inheritance from our forefathers, but on loan from our children. That's a Native American proverb. So we are supposed to make sure, because we are supposed to pay back this loan. When you borrow, you pay back. We must keep water clean, pure, sustainable, available to all people everywhere. The earth, the air, the land, and water are an inheritance from our forefathers, but on loan from our children. So we must keep. The essence, one of the purposes of this talk is for us to enlighten ourselves about some basic things about life, values. When water is not clean, say pure water, this, health is affected, because when 60% of the body is so health affected, every pharmacy, well, there's the money. I'm advocating through this special broadcast and the talk to all nations of the world, especially in developing countries. The water money made for water, use it to buy chemicals and give water. All this Ashejire, all the dams we have now, a lot of them have collapsed. Where is the money for it? Where is the money to buy chemicals? They have pocketed it. Let us continue to be honest about what God has given us. God gave us free. We are just, because of population, we are supposed to now store it, purify it, filter it, send it to people. But now almost everybody must have borehole in developing country. If you don't have borehole, you don't build a house. You must sink 1 or 2 boreholes, not even one. And it's affecting the aquatic table. Yes. Some people even, there are so many things about water. We have water resources ministries all over the women government. We have department. What are they doing with our water? I'm advocating and appealing to you, please supply water. Let it be pure, let it be clean, let it be available. People do not have to travel streams many kilometers to have clean water. We are blessed. Agencies are even giving money on loan, but people, what are they doing with the money? They are not sending it to the right cause. God have mercy on us, please. I'm appealing. Let us give our people water, clean water. Let's make water available so that we can generate our electricity well. We can water our plants. We can drink and well hydrated and make it affordable. Life is great when there is water. Let the living water flow. Fela, a legendary Afrobeat king, Fela Anikulapo of Nigeria, said, Omi Olota, water has no enemy. Water no get enemy. Only if you want to bathe, you use water. If you want to drink, water. Whatever you want to do, you want to wash your clothes, water. When something is not our enemy, should we not preserve it? Should we not preserve it, sustain it, make room for it to be clean as God created it, and also make it sufficient for our teeming population? Until I come away again, we've spoken about water. Let's just not just spray water. Let's use our influence in the government to make impact to let water be available. This pure water shall set enough of it. Let us make water available. It's criminal. And God is watching us. If you don't make water available, you just tell them, put the money I pity you people. When the judgment of God comes, it's on our rulers and our leaders who collect the money for chemical and co. They say they have water corporation. Where is the water? None. Everybody is sinking borehole. So please, let us, as we listen to it, let us do the work. Let us make water available. And if you have water in your place, in your environment, in your compound or co, please, once a week at least, make water available for your people, neighborhood, free of charge. It's a blessing that we are blessed. We are blessed to bless others. Let us be people of impact. Let us make water available. Water is life. So that our children's children will have enough water to do a lot of things to make life better for generation yet unborn. Let us not spoil this world for those coming. Please, government all over the world, city councils, municipality, whatever, let your water corporation work. The water money for chemical, make it available. Care for the environment, care for your water body. Stop dumping bottles or that sewages into the rivers and the lakes and seas. Till I come away again, it's Gav Go and Flourish. Please like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Cheers. Thank you.